Why is latent heat essential for a refrigerator's cooling cycle? Imagine trying to cool your food without any help from phase changes. It sounds impossible, right? Well, that's because latent heat plays a key role in making refrigerators work efficiently. When a refrigerator runs, it uses a special fluid called a refrigerant that circulates through four main steps: evaporation, compression, condensation, and expansion. The secret to cooling lies in what happens during evaporation. Inside the refrigerant starts as a low-pressure liquid. It absorbs heat from the food and air inside, which causes it to evaporate and turn into gas. This process needs a lot of energy called latent heat of vaporization. This energy is what allows the refrigerant to change from liquid to gas without increasing in temperature. This phase change is important because it pulls heat out of the refrigerator's interior. The refrigerant takes in the heat from the inside, lowering the temperature and keeping your food cold. Once it becomes gas, it gets compressed, which raises its pressure and temperature. Then it moves outside to the condenser coils, where it releases the heat to the surroundings. During this condensation, the refrigerant gives off latent heat of condensation, changing back from gas to liquid at nearly the same temperature. Without latent heat, the refrigerant wouldn't be able to absorb or releases large amounts of heat during these phase changes. It would be less effective at removing heat from inside the fridge. The ability to absorb latent heat during evaporation means the refrigerant can take in a lot of heat without getting hotter itself. This keeps the inside of the fridge cold while the refrigerant carries the heat away. When the refrigerant releases latent heat during condensation, it helps dump the heat outside efficiently. This process makes the cooling cycle energy efficient and reliable. It's why refrigerators can keep food fresh without using excessive energy. The phase changes driven by latent heat allow continuous heat transfer from inside to outside, making the whole system work smoothly. So, in simple terms, latent heat is what makes the refrigeration cycle possible by enabling the refrigerant to absorb and releases heat during phase changes at nearly constant temperatures. This is the core reason refrigerators stay cold and work so effectively.